Well, life gives you goat cheese, make some damn cheesecake. What's up, family? Today I'm going to be making a burnt Basque cheesecake with some goat cheese and of course some cream cheese. Very easy recipe. You don't need the crust for this one because it's going to be like a crème brûlée on the outside, nice and caramelized. And if this is one of your first time making cheesecake, this is the way to go, because you're still going to have a cheesecake on the inside and it's going to look beautiful on the outside. So follow this recipe, follow along, let's go. Alright, y'all, so first thing, before even starting the cheesecake, you want to butter the dish, and then you want to take parchment paper and then you want to butter that as well. So put the parchment paper on the buttered dish, and then, you know, make sure you spread the butter so the cheesecake won't stick when it's cooking in the oven. So this is what you want to do first. And then for this recipe, I used 1 brick of goat cheese and 1 brick of cream cheese. So the 8-ounce brick, you know, from the City of the Brotherly Love. It's called City of Brotherly Love because the word phileo, okay? And add some sugar to that. And then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of flour. So the cheesecake is not runny, because no one wants a runny cheesecake. It needs to be somewhat firm. And I did the mistake of taking out the cream cheese and the goat cheese out of the fridge and not letting it sit in room temperature. So if you want to be a little patient and let it sit in room temperature, you won't be fighting with the spoon. Now, I was fighting with the spoon, and I had to switch to a wooden spoon to kind of smooth things out. So this requires around 4 eggs in this recipe. You want to add them one by one, and when you add the eggs, you will realize that mixing this batter will become easier and easier. Now, a typical burnt Basque cheesecake is made with just cream cheese. So I had goat cheese laying around and I had to do something with the goat cheese. So I came up with this recipe, and to my surprise, this recipe is one of those recipes that has a little bit of zest and a little bit of tangy flavor to it. So if you're not particularly too much of a sweet fan that likes a little bit of tanginess to your desserts, this is one of the best recipes to go with. So there I am putting my second egg, mixing it up, and this cheesecake batter is getting softer and you know, not so much fight at this point. Of course, most of this footage is fast forward. You know, my hands are not moving that fast, but you know, if you want a sweet recipe, this is a good recipe for y'all. There goes that last egg in there to mix it up. And yeah, you can do a ton of things with goat cheese, but you know, I was like, how about a cheesecake? You know, everybody loves a cheesecake. Let me just go ahead and make a cheesecake. I added some lemon zest to it, you know, just for the zestiness of it. And then I added some Zaya. It's a rum that has vanilla notes, so it's gonna give another depth of flavor to the cheesecake. And if you don't like lemon zest, you know, you don't have to add it, but if you like the tanginess, I highly recommend it. Lalas, what you doing?
I'm mixing the cheesecake and butter.
So after my daughter was done helping me, I added some vanilla because the Zaya wasn't enough of a vanilla flavor. Even though Zaya I highly recommend it for desserts, you can also add a little bit more vanilla if you like that vanilla flavor, extra vanilla flavor. And I added some heavy cream right here. Now, if you guys don't add this to the cheesecake, it'll end up being an egg tart. So you gotta add this. This is one of the most important things in the cheesecake. You know, it's heavy cream, eggs, and cream cheese and flour. If you don't add this, you know, you'll get some version of a cheesecake that's not actually a cheesecake. So make sure you add those ingredients and also add sugar. And the full recipe will be in the description box below. If you can't find some of these products, I will have an Amazon links up to all of these products like goat cheese and cream cheese. I know most of us can find these products at our local grocery stores, but if you can't, you know, the links are there for you. So at this point, you want to add the cheesecake mixture to the buttered dish, and you know, get all that nice cheesecake mixture out, and make sure you tap it. You tap it a little bit, so you tap the air bubbles out of the cheesecake. You want to bake this at 400 degrees for 40 minutes and bake it an additional 15 minutes at 450 degrees. So it's 55 minutes total, and different temperatures. So 400 for 40 minutes and 450 for 15 minutes. And then the cheesecake is gonna come out, it's gonna be puffed up, and then it's gonna collapse in an hour or two. Once it collapses, put that in the fridge for like 4 to 5 hours, and after that you're gonna have an amazing cheesecake. I had my brother-in-law taste this cheesecake, and he's gonna give you the verdict. So here, this is DJ right here. This is my brother-in-law. He's gonna try the cheesecake.
Yeah.
It's a goat cheese, made with goat cheese. So let me know how you think.
Cheese. That's interesting. That's really good. It's really sweet. I like it. It's bomb. Bob diggity.
Now if y'all like that video, smash that like button, click subscribe. Let me know what kind of videos I should do in the future. Until then, don't forget to feast with Pete.